What up, DBs? Let's get into some more reaction videos. I will say I have seen this video before. Someone sent it to me to make a longer breakdown. So let's take a look at this play. All right, so it looks like we get a double move. We get a slant and go on this one. And this is a big question I get on a lot of the other platforms. Coach, how do I deal with the double move? The double move is, I would say, every corner's worst nightmare. I think we'd rather probably get routed all the way down the field than to get hit with the double move. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you move. It changes the chances that you take. It takes a lot of confidence away when you get beat by a double move. When it comes to the double move, the first thing, and we're going to come back to how this rep happened and what the DB did, the technique, but the first thing that you need to realize in order to play a double move is our eyes. Okay, our eyes are our biggest tool, one of our biggest tools, and our eyes will easily be your biggest downfall. Having your eyes in the wrong place spells disaster. So what do I mean by that? As the receiver is running and he's going for the slant portion, notice where our eyes are. Our eyes are still on the man. As the receiver breaks, where are our eyes? Our eyes are still on the man. Okay? That's why we're able to play the route. That's why we're able to make contact. Okay? So the biggest thing is having correct eye discipline. When we're in man-to-man, we're in press coverage. All right? When he makes this break, we still should have our eyes in this midsection right here. We drive this midsection, okay? If it's a slant, we're in a good position because if we keep driving the midsection, he will have to catch the ball right about where this one is, and all we have to do is take one step this way, and we're at the one. All right, so we will be in a great position to play this, still having our eyes here, okay? Now, let's take a look at the press technique, all right? So what got us here? We're either the receiver's off or we're comfortable just playing from this amount of space. When you have this much space and you're pressing, you have to be patient, okay? That is the first thing you should be telling yourself is that you have to be patient. With this split, all right? So he's below the numbers, all right? So this is the NFL numbers, but he's pretty much in the boundary. All right, if you look, this is pretty much where our numbers would be as far as high school, college. So if you look, he's below the NFL numbers, but he's pretty much on top of our normal numbers. All right, so this is a pretty even alignment. With this space, okay, we have a DB who is going to, it looks like he's just getting into some type of jump back technique or maybe a motor, or maybe he's just mirroring the receiver. It's hard to really tell sometimes, but what I will say confidently is that when the receiver releases and he takes his time, when the receiver walks off the line, that should immediately trigger patience in your head, okay? When he steps off the line like this, that should immediately trigger that you should be patient and you should be ready for the second move, not the first move, the second move, okay? I'm not saying you want to jump the second move, first move. If he were to jab with his outside foot, his left foot, and then truly right here run this slant, we are in a good position. So this is the first move, all right? And honestly, look at his chest. This is a high-level NFL player. His chest, he walked off the line, his chest is exposed. He gives us a not even a powerful first move into this slant. So this is why the DB doesn't respect it, okay? His antennas went off. Something about this rep just wasn't right, so I'm going to kind of stick to my guns and let it reveal itself before I do anything. So again, like I said, whenever they skip off the line, they're going to skip off. Jab one way, go the other way. Inside to go outside to back inside. Outside to inside to back outside. So we should be able to take care of this first move with our eyes by staying square because nothing has happened. So we don't want to jump this first move. All right, we have to respect it, which he does. But it's the second move that we want to be aware of. Even if it's not a sluggo, we want to be aware of the bop, bop, bop. Okay? So 1, 2, and then out this way, or He jogs off the line, walks off the line, high chest, and he gives us a 1, 2, and then back in. So the second move is what you want to be aware of, I would say, whenever you get this type of release by the receiver. We're still square, whether we plan to jump off the line of scrimmage or sometimes this is just how the feet react. You just take a false step with both feet, but you want to just get back to balance. But right here is when we kind of start just kind of walking backwards because he's walking. I wouldn't suggest walking backwards. I would suggest having tighter feet than he does here. You see how at this point both of our feet are off the ground right here. We don't want both our feet off the ground. We want small inch back motor steps, I would say, if we're going to just do this type of technique where we're being patient, waiting for the second move. All right, but again, once the move happens, eyes are disciplined. Then instead of reaching, all right, when we shoot, we move our feet with our shot. Because if we shoot without feet, he's going to swim this, he's going to get off of it. See how he's already looking to pull our arms down with his hands? All right, because we shoot and then we follow that up with a step, we actually extend. So notice how when we step with this inside foot, notice how it extends our range, our jam, and that's when the shock value comes because we're pushing off. So you want to use your feet to enhance your jam. You don't want to have hands and then feet. Use your feet to enhance your jam. We take that step. With that step comes more power in our jam. That's when you see the shock back of the receiver right here. And then at this point, once we're in control of the route, you want to be chest to chest. You want to look over your shoulder, your front shoulder first for the back shoulder, because that's just what everyone's doing these days. Once you identify that it's not a back shoulder ball, flip your head around and look to play the ball the other way, okay? So he pretty much just played this as safe as possible as far as playing the ball. I think because he got a good jam, he knew he won, and he just didn't want to waste his hard work, his good technique with this jam by looking back or not tracing the ball and losing track of the man. So that's why when he sees it's about to be thrown overhead, notice how he looks back at the receiver, make sure he takes steps to remain on top of the receiver. I might not know where the ball is, but as long as I maintain my high position, you're unable to get there, and it ends up landing way over here. Notice how we make contact after, a small contact after the 5-yard rule, but the ball's uncatchable. We got a ref right here. They usually don't call this. Usually when you get your head back, you can do little things like this, like put your forearm, put your arm on them. Just don't extend. Just don't push them because we already won the rep right here with our good footwork. And I want to say, dare I say, IQ. He skips off. Antennas are up. Antennas are up. We're never going to go for the first move, but we will respect it. Waiting on that second move, whether it's a out, in, out, or whether it's a stab to the inside, sell the slant, and then the second move comes here. But either way, good job, good eye discipline, good technique, good patience, good poise on this rep. Thank you guys again for watching the video. Hope you like it. More videos coming soon. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps. I appreciate y'all.